All right, good morning. This is Biz on a Friday morning. Actually, it's past midnight, so it is officially my birthday. So, happy birthday to me right now. Let's go over the Thanksgiving Day action. Um, let's save the best for last. We'll start with the worst, which was New Mexico. Um, a horrible pick, just a horrible pick. As bad as Utah State is, and I was listening to podcasts. I'm talking to some buddies who know, pretty decent handicappers, and we all agree that Utah State's a mess with the quarterback situation, everything I talked about. But having said all that, there's no way on God's green earth that you should play New Mexico as a 6 point road favorite because they're shitty too. Um, it's just a horrible pick. It's just a real quick story. I'm watching the end of the first half, and Utah State's driving. They fumble the ball at the goal line. Kind of one of those things that Derek Carr has done a few times. I think that's Stewie. He reaches out the goal line, the ball squirts out of his hand. So, watching the game, 50-50 call. They call foul on the field. They can't overturn it. So, New Mexico gets the ball at the 20, up 10-6. 3 minutes or so to go. They drive down to kick a field goal. So, anyway, I'm watching the game. There's a minute to go and a half. I'm told it's dinner time. I'm like, okay, grab my phone, take it to the dinner table, and I get the alert that New Mexico kicks a field goal. It's 13-6 at halftime. So just before we're going to eat, at the table, and I open my phone up to my book. I desperately want to get out of this game. Um, it was a fluke that New Mexico had the lead, and I just wanted to buy out of this game in the worst way. And so my wife Janice telling me, Janice, my sister-in-law, get off the phone. It's dinner time. And I said, well, no, I need to check something. And my wife puts her hand, and she goes, put the phone away. Janice's like, put the phone away. It's dinner time. And I said, they said, you don't need to be checking scores. I said, I'm not checking scores. I'm looking for at a bet. Well, you already made your bets. Your bets aren't going to change. I said, no, this is different. This is a second half. They don't know what the hell I'm talking about. They're like, get off the phone. I'm like, right, this isn't, we're ready to eat a couple of cheeseburgers or eat a chicken salad. This is Thanksgiving dinner with guests in the house. I'm thinking to myself, okay, so to avoid World War III, just put the phone down and just pray to God that New Mexico, by some fluke, covers the game. They didn't, obviously. So, I'm looking at I pick up my phone up after dinner. I see what the score is. I go to my dad, I slam the phone down. Like, God damn it, I knew this was going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And my wife came in like, hey, how'd it go, the game? I said, they lost. I said, trying to tell her, I said, look, I just needed 60 seconds. I'm starting to explain to her, and she's got like no clue. She has no clue about this betting stuff. So I just stop. I'm like, it's no big deal. Happens. She's been in the kitchen all day making dinner, cooking pies. Small price to pay. Well, not a small price, but it's an expensive Thanksgiving dinner. But it just wasn't worth. Just wasn't worth it. You got to pick your battles, and for all my wife does for me, the least I can do is if she tells me to put the phone down, put the goddamn phone down. So that was the New Mexico game. The Zags looked really good today. I don't know how many of you saw the Gonzaga game, but I told you they're really good. They're really deep. They're going to score a ton of points. That game, they scored 100 points in the first half. The game flew over the total. They blew them out by double digits. Nice 2-unit winner on Gonzaga. 1 unit on the total, which could have really been a 2-unit play if I thought about it. I love that total. So nice 3 units on the Zags game. I gave out Northern Iowa on Twitter. About half. That game didn't actually go off until like 2:35. So I gave that game out maybe 45 minutes before game started. I gave it out at -2, went off at -3. Northern Iowa's got an 8-point lead at the half. They had a 16-point lead at one point in the second half. Laying 2, up 16. They scored 2 points in the last 4 minutes. They missed free throws. Long story short, tied game, 40 seconds to go. They put up a 3 and they missed, and at that point you knew St. Mary's was going to score and win, and that's exactly what they did. For a very, very frustrating loss on Northern Iowa. So let's save the best for last, the NFL. I gave out 3 unofficial winners. Brilliant. Houston, the team total over the game over. I hope you guys played some of those. I actually did play the over right before the game started. About 10 minutes before the game started, I'm sitting here. I'm like looking at my stuff. I'm like, I'm really not gonna play this game. So I picked the over. Went way over. So I did play the over. I hope some of you took one of those bets to win, or to play that did win. Of course, the one official play I pulled out was the only loser that I had, which was the under. I did like Washington. Didn't play it like a numbskull. I tell myself all the time. I even mentioned it. I don't really like all that false gotta win for the Gipper stuff, and I kind of fell for it with the strength and conditioning coach passing away. That stuff lasts 5 minutes, and then after 5 minutes wears off, you have to play the game, and that stuff doesn't matter anymore. And like a real square, I let that influence me a little too much, and I didn't give out Washington to play. Gave out the under, and you guys saw the game. If I'm the owner of that team, Mike McCarthy does not have a job tonight. You're fired. You're just done. 10-10, second quarter. Was it like 7 minutes ago and a half? It's 10-10. It's fourth and inches at the 35. Punt the ball. Punt the ball. This is a big game. Punt the ball, dude. These guys are analytics. These guys do not understand analytics. I don't care. Let's just assume that 75% of the time you make the first down. So what are the pros and cons? The pros are you get the extended drive and you're on your 35-yard line. Well, big freaking deal. You're on the 35. It's not like you're on plus territory on the 45. You're at your own 35 in a 10-10 ball game. It's not like it's a shootout where you have to score. It's 10-10. So what are the cons? Well, the cons are you don't get it and you give the guys the ball in scoring territory. That's the con. Punt the goddamn ball. Okay, so you want to go for it. So what do? Just quarterback sneak. What was it like, 4th and 6 inches? Just quarterback sneak the ball. Or hand it off to your $90 million running back that held out that you gave into and you paid him all that money. Hand the ball off to him. Isn't that why you have him? Or you could throw the ball. Well, that's okay. Aaron Rodgers throws in a 4th down a lot. Mahomes, a lot of teams, 4th and short, they'll play action, a little roll out, a little dump off to a tight end, or a little pick route, or a little fake to the running back out of the backfield. You see, a little 2 yards past line of scrimmage, you get a little pitch first down on Cowboys. No, we're going to throw. We have a one-on-one matchup with our rookie receiver. We like the matchup. We're going to throw a 7-yard dig route to the right. Guy's blanketed. Romo tried to say it wasn't interference. Guy had blanket tight coverage. Horrible call. Horrible play. You don't get the first down. And on top of that, you give a 15-yard personal foul penalty. So now they got the ball on the 20. They got the ball in the red zone, for Christ's sake. They get a sack. 2nd and 19. They can't stop them. They convert on 3rd down. They go in they score a touchdown. So now it's 17-10. And then Dallas goes down and they kick a field goal. So it's 17-13 at halftime. All right, doesn't look good, but who knows? Maybe get one of these games to grind. Right out of the locker room, what happens? Elliott fumbles the ball. It's like 5 fumbles this year already. And by the way, on that 4th down play, you've got backup quarterback that's just coming off a concussion, and you're asking this guy to make plays for you like that. Just could not believe that call. So it's Elliott fumbles, and then they all do a field goal. So it's 20-13. And then Washington throws a pick. Dallas runs it down to the 4. They all do a field goal. So it's 20-16. Then the game grinds like it's supposed to. We get to the 4th quarter, and it's 12 minutes to go. 12 and a half minutes to go. It's 20-16. It's 4th and 10 at your own 25, something like that. 4th and 10. You're down 4. There's damn near the whole quarter left. What do? Not even Jim Harbaugh's going for it, and that's it. You punt the ball. So, the Cowboys, what are you guys thinking? It's like somebody went up to the special teams coach after the first 4th and inches. And one of these quality control coaches probably go up to the special teams coach and he says, Can you believe what this idiot just did? 4th and inches? You don't sneak it, you don't run it with Elliott, you throw the ball? And the special teams coach says, hold my beer, watch this. And then they run that god awful reverse, whatever you want to call that play, snap it to the up back. This guy comes circling around. It was such a slow developing play. It was embarrassing. You lost 2 yards. You fooled nobody. Okay, so it's 20. What's the score at this point? They scored touchdowns 27-16. Right, 27-16. Back and forth, and then all the Redskins get a drive going. They convert a 4th down, so it's 3rd and 7 at the 37 with 3.5 to go. If you stop them, if you jam a line of scrimmage or something, maybe they punt. I don't know if they're going to try a 54-yard field goal from there. They'll probably punt the ball. If they get 4 or 5 yards, they might just go for it. Or if they get 3 yards, maybe they kick a 50-yard field goal and we push. The entire world knows they're going to run the ball. And the very next play, the guy goes right up the middle, practically untouched for 37 yards, touchdown, and there's your ball game. And then after that, they throw another interception for a touchdown, and got out of control. But I don't know what the hell Mike McCarthy's thinking. Then after the game, he's defending the calls. I like the play calls. I like the decision making. We just didn't execute. He's no longer my coach. If I own the Cowboys, you're not coaching. You're no longer my coach. That was just the most asinine, the most ridiculous decision. The decisions were ridiculous. The play calling was even worse. No sneak, no run. You throw a 7-yard digger out to CeeDee Lamb. 4th and 10, you run the most god-awful fake reverse, whatever you want to call it, play. That went nowhere. It's just ridiculous. So, real frustrating way to end that game, or to end the NFL day losing that under. That game should have gone under. You guys could disagree with me all you want. That game wasn't under waiting to happen until Mike McCarthy wanted to show everybody how brilliant he is. I've told you guys a million times. These coaches all want to show you how brilliant they are nowadays. Analytics. Look how brilliant I am. Look at these tremendous plays I'm drawing up. Look at this decision. Analytics, reverses. Trying to fool people. You just look stupid and cost them the game. And I hope they finish in last place. Anyway. All right, tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to do with college football. I don't know if you actually care. Thinking about Central Michigan. UCF is the first half is the game I'm thinking about. UCF is 7-1 in the first half this year. They're 16-3-1 the last 2 years in the first half. They're 37-16-3 in the first half the last 5 years. They're really, really good in the first half. They jump on teams. Sometimes they let their foot off the gas in the second half. But they usually come out very strong. And they covered last week in Cincinnati in the first half. They usually come out and jump on people. South Florida is horrifically defensively. They give up 209 yards rushing a game. They give up like 37 points. It's a rivalry game. So I don't think there'll be much of a letdown after the Cincinnati loss. So UCF first half is a game I'm thinking of. Iowa State was a game I was thinking of also, but that game looks like it's a real toss-up. I don't know if there's any real edge in that game. It should be a good game, Iowa State at Texas tomorrow. Or today. So I don't know what I want to do with the football. Basketball, we do have 3 games that fit that ranked versus unranked system. Illinois should have been a play today. For some reason, it did not trigger on my Bet Labs page, and we did not play it, and they blew out somebody in cover. That really kind of irritated me because it should have been triggered as a play, and it didn't. Virginia, Kansas, and Illinois are plays based on that system. Vanderbilt fits that team from the previous year. Good cover team, poor win-loss team. We went 0-2 a couple nights ago with St. John's and Loyola Marymount. It's usually a good system, so I'm going to stick with that. Vanderbilt is a play. And that's probably all the college basketball I'll play. I may add some plays later if I see something, but those 4 college plays, NCAA basketball I like. NFL football, I'm not sure I'll get a video out this week. Been real busy around the house. It's 50-50. If I don't get one out, I will do one of these where I will at least talk about the games, mention the systems, the records, excuse me. Unless tomorrow I get on my horse and put something together. There are fewer games Sunday with the 3 games, or well, 2 games today. So I might be able to put something together. We'll see. And if I don't, I will do one of these where I talk about the games at least, the systems, the records, and whatever else comes to mind about these specific games. So that is it. Frustrating day with that under not hitting. Northern Iowa, I put it on Twitter, blowing a 16-point lead, 2-point favorite, 6-point lead in the second half, can't cover. That'll do it. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoyed the day. Thanks to everybody for the emails today. You guys were cracking me up. Everybody, by the way, I sent that email with the fat bastard from Austin Powers, and I put the cowboy logo. And by the way, that took me like 90 seconds, so I don't want you guys to think I spent like 20 minutes putting that stupid thing together. Somebody texted me, and they referred to Mike McCarthy as that fat bastard, with a couple of extra choice words in there. That bleep bleep fat bastard. So the first thing I thought about was Austin Powers. So I thought I would have a little fun and send the fat bastard picture out with the cowboy logo. And it's a little juvenile, but hey, you know what can I say? We'll have a little fun with it. But if you're going to lose a bet on something that's stupid, you may as well find something to laugh about, and that's what I did. So a lot of you got a kick out of it. A lot of you couldn't believe the play calls, just like me, just beyond comprehension what the hell he was thinking about. And then he doubles down after the game in defense and says we just didn't execute. So anyway, okay, 4 college basketball plays. No clue what the college football is going to be. Maybe you guys should give me a college football pick. Maybe that'll help. And I'll be back tomorrow night to talk about the weekend. All right. I hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoyed your family and friends, had a great dinner. And I'll be back, I guess, tonight with the recap.